Good morning. Give me just a few minutes to get set up here. Oh gosh. All right, good morning, everybody. Market looking pretty awesome this morning as we look at and pay attention to over and over and over again the Elliott wave. And this was wave one of a bullish. At least that's what my opinion is. This is just my opinion. You may not agree, but we found bottom here on our correction. This was the C correction, and then the price action got us to a new all-time high. So that, in my opinion, signals a brand new Elliott bullish wave, a 5-wave series. And so we have wave one here. I believe that we have completed wave two. It was very painful. I know a lot of us got in here and on the way down definitely lost some money, but we are beginning, in my opinion, wave three. Now, confirmation of that is going to be a new high, and I think that we could see that actually today. So there is lots of good news coming out, at least for infrastructure plan. It should give us a boost today. We shall see. There's always the possibility of something stupid being said. And so that's definitely something that can happen. But I'm feeling very optimistic about the market. Okay, so let's go through our 5 things we look for a bullish or bearish day, at least that I look for. The first thing is going to be the news. I would say that that's positive. I think anticipation today, and also I think at some point everyone's got to be tired of losing money, and it's time to move upwards. So I had a green day yesterday, so that was really nice. Not a huge gain, but about a 1% gain. So that was good. I'm expecting the news to be good. The Elliott wave is bullish, in my opinion. The 10-year yields are flat, so that is bullish. You could think that with the idea of infrastructure spending, that the interest rates and bond yields would move upwards, but they are not. They are flat this morning, so that is very, very good. I like that a lot. So that being flat is good. Fear indicators. Okay, so let's take a look at the pre-market of the VXX and see what we got here. Okay, so this is down again. So this is very bullish for the market. This being below 12 is extremely bullish, and now we're down to 1140. So fear is not a big thing in the market right now. So feeling really good about that, at least at this moment now. Before a crash, you will start to see that VXX increase. And so I don't think that we're in that. I don't think anything is pointing to that. I think there's lots of support in the market. I think there was worries of a sell-off in the financials with that whole fiasco with margin and all of that. But that turned out to not be such a big thing. So I think overall we have all 5 that are bullish except for price versus volume. We shall see that and see that indicator as soon as the market opens, but it's looking like a really good day. Getting an entry point, a good entry point, is going to be tricky. Hopefully we get a pullback right at market open. That's my hope, that this market won't just take off. But we'll be patient and wait for that entry point and to find a good position. I'm going to trade the SPY options again. So first Monday and Tuesday, not the best start to the week. I think if I'm remembering right, it was about an 8% or 6% loss, something like that on Monday, and then a 2% loss yesterday, as the market was just so choppy. Yesterday was really choppy waters, and the market eventually, that would have been a really terrific trade if we would have held, but that's risky to hold an option over that time. If you don't like options, you can definitely trade SPXL. That is a 3x leveraged SPY fund if you're following along and you want to try this. But I will be looking at a call option this morning, and hopefully we get a pullback for a nice entry point. So we'll watch for that. At least that's my plan. Okay. Good morning, Joanne. Andrew, CKB.X. Do I own any crypto? Yes, I am in crypto right now. I have Bitcoin. I not only have Bitcoin, there's some other miners that I have along with that, but straight Bitcoin is only 1% of my portfolio, and that is where I'm at with that right now. So yes. Good morning, Tint World. John Beach. Good morning, John. Good morning, Andrew. Zach, good morning. I have a good feeling for today also. Feeling really good about that. Del Rees, good morning. Looking forward to a good day. And now some levels to watch for. Since we're bullish, the first level is 396.20. Right now we're at 395.24 in pre-market. So there is quite a ways to go for 396.20. But once we hit 396.20, actually 395.78 is resistance 1. So if we break out of 395.78 before market open, that would be really, really something. But we still got to move 50 cents here with just like 1 minute to go. I expect it will hit that right after market open, and we'll power right through that. 396.20 is the next important level. Then resistance 2 at 396.83. Then 397.17. Then 398.21 is resistance 3. And then above that, if we get above resistance 3, there's some key levels to kind of keep in mind. One is 399.26, 399.94, and I'll call these out all morning as we hit these and as we go through these. And then the big one, 404. At 404, the market becomes overheated, and that would be a danger zone for stocks for a pullback. I don't think we're going to climb that fast, but here's to hoping. But anyway, feeling really good about that. Okay, so total stocks, Histona 180. I just got my bullish for BTC. MACD bullish crossover pattern has occurred. Just got my notification on that. That is wonderful news. So I think that Bitcoin is going to really surge today. That is a key level for Bitcoin to pass, and so that's really awesome. How many stocks are we in the premium Discord? A total, I try to do, and it's my entire Catalyst portfolio. It is 40 positions. Right now, it's not quite 40. I think it's around 32 or so. We've had some success and we've had some setbacks. I'm pretty much going all stock right now in this type of market. Really had some setbacks in options and some poor trades on my part, but I only used 1% for my portfolio, so it didn't affect my portfolio very much. But I think there are a lot of people that spent more than that. But 40 total positions is what I'm typically tracking. Now, in the premium membership, there's a couple things. I give overbought signals. Also, there's all kinds of overbought alerts and sell alerts that happen. That is anyway my plan. And it encapsulates everything from that. It also, all of John's earnings plays, which have not been great with the current market, but I can see that changing. Okay, so the market just opened, but there's lots of good stuff in there. It's definitely worth the money. It would cost you in subscriptions of other services. There's a lot of services that I'm a part of to help with things other than insiders and the PDUFA run-up plays, because those are completely and 100% my own. But you get everything from standard, you get everything from premium, and look at the market go right at open. Okay, so we're looking for a pullback, and hopefully we get it. My Bitcoin alert just keeps going off, so there must be something going on great with Bitcoin. But I expect the market to be really, really green. But there's so many things as far as that premium room, and a lot of people might be like $129 a month, or $127, excuse me. Yes, it is expensive. I put in a ton of time into that, and it's every position that I'm in plus alerts of when to get out. So it is very good. Okay, so I'm going to wait for the first 10 minutes. I have been burned by getting in too soon. We are looking for a pullback. So until we get one, and hey, if we don't get one and it just shoots to the moon and we miss our trade, well, we have a lot of swing positions that we're going to make big bucks on. And so it should really, really move. So Zabi, good morning. Let's make some money. But I'm going to have discipline and wait. I mean, you can enter an option right now, but 395.78 is the first important level. So let's see if it passes that. That is resistance 1. So yeah, it hit resistance 1, and now comes the selling pressure. Maybe. Wow, look at that price strength. Also, the other thing is look at how strong this RSI is. That's insanity to be up that high. Okay, 395.78. Man, we busted through resistance 1. 396.20 is the next important level. Hoping for a pullback. Again, if we don't get it and all our stocks go ridiculous, I'm okay with that. I don't know about you, but I'm okay sitting out a day trade if something like that was to occur or happen. Okay. 395.86. Wow. Look at her go. And all of our stocks looking pretty juicy this morning, except for CNNE. That's not the best of starts this morning. But again, with more things opening up, vaccine news, more vaccines available to more adults, more people going to movies, CNNE is one I think that I'm not worried about at all. I think it's going to do really, really well. Okay, yeah, so everything looking pretty good. Let's get a little pullback. 395.60 is where it's at right now. So now it's just dipped below R1, resistance 1. Wait for at least the first 10 minutes. Boy, it's so hard to wait. You see these green bars and you're like, oh, I'm missing out. You know, that's why we have our swing positions. So that's all okay. Appreciate any of you hitting that like button. That helps out the channel at least. Now, starting tomorrow, this is going to be for this little morning show kind of get together where we talk about all kinds of different stocks. Is going to be all the time for all the Discord members. So every single level. That's my plan going with that is to do that with this particular kind of morning get together. Going to talk about entry points and exit points for insiders, all kinds of different things, but it's a plan for it to be just part of the Discord moving forward. But any level gets you in on that, so basic level is good. And we're not getting a pullback. Wow, are we overheated? Really interesting. All right, LiveX making a nice little move. Just about everything is green to start the day. Wow. Yeah, I got like 40 positions that are green. How about that? Love that. This is what I expected. I mean, and definitely it's what the Elliott wave expected also, or, you know, what I interpreted from the Elliott wave. Okay. 6 minutes in. Not surprised my price and volume indicator just tripped for a bullish day. So that is 5 out of 5 things looking for that. In these situations, again, I have been burned. So I am going to wait for a pullback for an entry point. Okay. A stock I am going to be looking for an exit point on today is going to be SIOX. It has been 5 days since insider activity. There hasn't been anything new, although I really considered holding it because they, on April 1st, have a quick little presentation and an interview. And so that might give it a nice run up to that point. Could be the reason for the insider activity. So I have been torn on SIOX and whether or not to sell just because of that reason. And it's really been... we haven't really gotten a lot of profit out of that pick. I think it's a real small profit that we're in it right now. Excuse me, I'm just kind of looking at different stocks here. All right. Market moving really nice. Just give us a pullback, would you? Man. I don't know. Have any of you out there, have you entered? Or are you waiting? I'm being patient with it, just kind of seeing what happens here. Okay, well. FOMO is really setting in at this point. It's like, oh. Mara just hit an important price alert. I currently don't have a position in Mara, but That's interesting. I don't think we're going to get an entry. This is so overdone, which is wonderful. Wonderful for the market. But you don't always have to trade. In fact, those are the times I'm proudest of myself, is staying out when something is like that. All right, Micah. We'll wait this thing out. Out of cash, watching for sport. All right. SPY just hit 396.20. That is very, very bullish. That's second level. So 396.83 is the next level after this. Okay, well. Let's see if we can get this thing to dip at least down to VWAP here before taking a trade. That's where I'd really like to see it come down to. Just like pop down here so that I can buy it. $396.20, $396.83 is resistance 2. Okay, we're coming down now. Maybe. Once you hit a bullish level like what this level is at 396.22, you get a pullback, and that's where you start to see your entry point. Be careful what I wish for. Yeah. I just want a little pullback. Just a little one. Not a big one. Just give me a good entry. Please. Come on down. And I really do believe that we are in a bullish move. We should see new all-time highs soon. So this is still just way, way overheated. This has to come down. In the very short term, it has to come down. All right. Well, this ain't very exciting. Just a little. I don't know why we give emotions to stocks and ETFs. They really hate that. So I'm sure they'll be glad that I said that. Yeah. That's the only jokes I got, people. So hopefully, I don't know if any of you caught my the PDUFA video that just came out, but you might give it a look and a like. I think that we will see really good movement on that stock eventually, and so that should be good. SLGL is one I think that is primed to really, really move. So are we going to get our pullback? Yep, it looks like it's going to happen. Like clockwork. I'm up this morning a small amount. Hopefully all of you are also. See what's going to happen here. That was not much of a dip. Okay. Just kind of preparing for an entry point just to kind of be ready. I like to do that. I like to pull up the options chain ahead of time. The Bitcoin is really moving. So are the bio stocks. Okay. So there we go. There's our first red bar forming. So I just want a little dip. Is that all we're going to get? Okay. There's the cross that I've been waiting for. So there we got it. Get this pullback. Okay. Starting to dip. We're going to buy the dip. That's what we're going to do. Maybe. Okay. Might be good for a VWAP bounce just because we're 5 out of 5. That might be a good opportunity to buy. Okay, I'm going to start looking at the options chain here, which I've kind of already peeked at. Just having it pulled up is always a good idea. All right. April 7th is what I'm looking at for call options. The best volume is the $400. Okay. I'm tempted to go early. I really am. And to hit and try to get a dip on the VWAP since we are 5 out of 5 bullish. Tempted. Apple just hit my alert. AAPL. I had that on my watch list this morning. Okay. I will take a look at questions on different stocks as soon as this trade is over. I'm just really kind of trying to prepare and get ready for this. Okay. I'm going for it. I'm going for the $400 calls. Let's do this. I'm tired of waiting. Call me impatient. Okay. So I went for it. Found an entry point at... normally don't do this, but just with the feeling that everything is looking very bullish this morning, I am going for it. So I went for a $400 call. Expiration date was April 7th. and my entry point was $1.20 average by the time it filled. Yeah, 120. So even on the trade right now. Hopefully this doesn't bite me, but I like that we held above VWAP. So even though we came down, it appeared that VWAP was too much of a thing to kind of get below. And so anyway, I liked it for that reason. Okay, so far down just a tiny bit. So if you enter now, you can get a better entry than me. Okay, so levels that we're looking for. So 395.78, resistance 1 has been destroyed. 396.20 is another level of importance. Beyond that, 396.83. And I wouldn't do something like this unless I was 5 out of 5 on the things I'm looking for. So being that bullish, I think that a lot of people in the market will be bullish also. So that's the reason why I went ahead and went for it. Okay. Here we go. Let's make some money. All right, I like how this is holding here. $396.20, here we come. Okay, now we're on top of that important level, 396.20. Next is resistance 2 at 396.83. And we are a ways from that. So 396.38 to get a new high would be very good also. Okay. Connection's good today, so that's good. Finally fixed my connection issues, I think. Let's hope. Knock on wood. Fake wood. My desk here. Fake wood. Actually, I think this is real wood. I don't know. Let's hope so. SIOX trading sideways. Yeah, let me see what we got going on here. It's up a little. Okay. As far as the reason why I like call options on SPYs, because the volume is so heavy. I feel like I can get out of a position if it turns against me. Okay, 396.20, another important level. That important level yet again. Really looking for a nice gain today. Looking to make some money. Don't like having 2 unsuccessful trades at the beginning of the week like I did. Obviously. Even though we didn't lose a lot, it's just never fun. All right. All right, MU just hit my price alert. That was on my watch list too. I do not have a position in that, but I just thought I'd call it out. Okay. Next question. Still holding SPPI. I haven't had that stock for a long time, I don't think. SPPI? Nope. Not holding SPPI. So moved on from that one. All right, great. Now we're getting some different levels and some different movement here. We have held above VWAP. We have established a low, and right here we have established a low at the bottom of this candle. So now we should see movement upwards and onwards. So we're seeing this kind of curl above. This should be a good trade. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not still holding SPPI. Okay, so you can day trade. Here's the thing. You can day trade with any amount of money. You can day trade with $100. But if you're below the $25,000 level, you have to worry about the day trade restrictions. You get 3 in 5 days. That's how many you get. And that's across the board, all different brokers. Ways to get around that. I actually know people who have multiple accounts. They like to day trade at least once per day. And so they have maybe a Robinhood account and a Robinhood account is good for day trading, and it's about the only thing that, and I know they get a lot of flack, but one thing that's really good about Robinhood is your money is available immediately without having to wait for cash settlements and all of that kind of stuff. So you have 3 trades every single week per broker. So you could do 3 on Robinhood, you can do 3 on Webull, and know people who do it. That way they can trade once per day. If you have more than $25,000 in your account, you can trade multiple, unlimited. You have unlimited day trading that's available to you. So you could day trade all day if you wanted to. But the thing to keep in mind, if you are just barely at 25,000 and your account dips below 25, now all of a sudden you've entered into a review and you could lose the ability to day trade at all. So your account won't be closed or anything like that. There's not like the day trade police that's going to knock on your door and put you in jail or anything of that nature. But you need to make sure that you know all of those kind of rules as far as day trading goes. And keep in mind, if you're just barely over 25,000 and you dip below 25,000 in your brokerage, that you're going to have to deal with some different nastiness and go through getting a review done and all of those types of things. And so that's something to really kind of keep in mind. All right. So this trade is just kind of Let's see, holding above VWAP, so that is good. We are still red down here. I'm going to wait for it to turn green first before I consider selling, unless we break VWAP and hold below VWAP. Then that would be a signal to me to cut my losses and get out. But I am very bullish on the market. Again, 5 out of 5. And so I'm feeling like a move upwards is inevitable today. So I'm going to have a little more patience in holding that. Of course, I could be wrong, and the market doesn't care that I have 5 things that I look at, and all 5 of them are green. So, because the market has no emotions. Yeah. Yes, that is true. You can day trade futures as much as you want. Andrew, yeah, day trade restricted. Yeah, it's just a tough thing to have to go through, but it is what it is. But I think you can feel pretty good that the market's going to be moving upwards. I do anyway. I think it's going to be a really nice move today. And a bounce back from yesterday. Typically when you have a bad day, you have a good day the next day. You have an overly good day one day, you have a bad day the next day. The market seems to bounce up and down over and over again. So that's real common. All right, we have held VWAP massively. So now it's time to move into the positive. Just moved into the positive on this trade, so that is great. The other thing you can trade as much as you want is Bitcoin. You can day trade it as much as you want. But here's the thing you got to consider. You have those Bitcoin clearinghouse fees. You have a fee every time you buy or sell that you have to deal with. And so that you really need to keep in mind as far as Bitcoin. Because of that, I like to hold Bitcoin, BTC, over a long period of time. I like to swing trade it, is what I like to do, which is dangerous, but Bitcoin is moving up. Over the long haul, Bitcoin will be double the price someday. So I'm never worried, although I get price alerts sometimes at 3 in the morning that Bitcoin is past something, and I have my phone on silent for that reason so I can sleep. But that's the scary thing about Bitcoin, is it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Here we go. Okay, so we broke through 396.20. Next important level is a new high at 396.38, and we are right there. So let's blast through this. And if we blast through this, this is good. The other thing that's really good, and it happened just for a second, we had a green bar here. So we are about to get that crossover into the positive. And is it going to do it? Come on. 396.38. Bust through it. Okay. Hopefully not a double top is forming here, but I think with the SPY that's really rare, actually. Wow, broke through it. Wonderful. Now we have a new high, and that is key. So now we're looking for the next level. 396.83 is the next level up, and also paying attention to the overheat monitor over here. If we get to, before we got all the way up to 88%, if we get that overheated again, I will sell. My options for a nice little profit. So far in this trade, up 5%. Hopefully all of you are making money on this. A new high, 396.52. So that is great. 396.83 is resistance 2. Busting through that level is huge. Absolutely huge. Okay. And just kind of waiting. Yes, Andrew. Hopefully it holds through till tomorrow. I think it will. Really good thing. Infrastructure spending. That should be really good for the S&P 500 in the short term. All this spending in the long term, not the best thing, in my opinion. But and 396.37 for some reason is some sort of resistance. 396.52 is not really a resistance level at all. We're just getting a 1 minute pullback, I think, from this little 5-minute spree that we had there. So that's real common. You have 5 green bars in a row, you're going to get a red one typically right after that. Cooling off to RSI. Let's see what we get here. Didn't like that flash downwards. That was bought up really, really fast. We had a big seller there. I'm sure you guys can hear all my notifications going off all the time. My news filter alerts, my stock alerts. Long-term investments that pay dividends. I love IBM, and that is one that I have had for a long time. It's part of my dividend portfolio. The other one is Ben Franklin, Ben, pays a really nice dividend. It has been solid for me. I've had it for years. So I have a whole dividend portfolio, and it's about 22 stocks that I've just had for a long time. All right, so we got a new high, so that's wonderful. 396.56 is going up there. SIOX made a move, did it? It is making a move. How about that? Okay. And my SIOX just automatically sold. Got 255. I might have got cheated on that deal. But, oh well. I'm okay with it. It'd been 5 days. It hadn't really moved. So that just happened. All right, CNNE. CIDM had very, very significant insider activity a couple days ago. And it's one I looked at and was kind of like, eh. But, and I alerted to it a day late. I wish we would have got in it a day sooner. But anyway, so CNNE, yeah. I think it's going to be really good. We got a terrific value on it with movies and everything of that nature, and the country opening up, AMC theaters, all the different theaters. At some point, we're going to get back to normal. And so this stock has just been beaten up to such a degree that I think it's going to move upwards. I think we're just fine. They had an amazing day yesterday. And so I'm down in it right now about 4%, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm expecting a big move. I didn't want to miss it. I saw the dip in after hours and I thought, insider activity, a nice little dip, even though I'm alerting late to it. I think there's lots of upside from CNNE. I think it won't take long and that could hit $3 a share. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for out of that stock. I just think it's just way, way oversold. And I have alerts set up on it to sell it if it gets, too crazy. But this trade is working out pretty nice. Now, notice this red bar here. You might be like, oh, man, well, we had 4 in a row. So that's one thing. The other thing that happened is we just hit the 70 right there. And so came really close to it. And there are lots of investors who, when hit by that level, I'm selling. So you can anticipate that I want to see it climb further because of this price strength. But the next level up from 396.42 that we've failed to kind of hit is 396.83. Especially when I'm this bullish on the market for today. then I like the idea of being in this trade a little longer. Okay, ATXI's earnings today. Any chance to see it dropping for a good buy in price? Yes. There might be a great load opportunity. I'm already in it. I'm just going to hold it through earnings. I think they should be shedding some light on their PDUFA approval. And so that would be pretty awesome if they did that and it was positive news. I'll wait for this to form, but I don't like that. We did get a small little red bar. So the things I like here is we're 20 minutes away from 9:30 before the time frame starts where a lot of people get stopped out of their positions. Let's see how this dip forms. I'm going to stay in. Call me crazy, but I'm going to stay in. And I'm going to watch and see how this forms. We are way above VWAP. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if we get a nice line kind of moving upwards here if it forms and bounces back and then goes upwards. 396.34. Still hanging around, waiting to hit resistance 2 at 396.83. That was a nice cool down from RSI. So that's all that happened, is that we hit the 70 on the RSI. Might be good for another sale, if it hit the 70 on the RSI again, and get out for a nice profit. Or it might be just a good one to hold and watch the magic happen. All right, so far today up a little over 1%. Liking that. Man, Cinedyne's down 9% right now. Uh-oh. Well, not liking that. $396.26, it's dipped all the way to, but 396.20 acted as a level of support. So that is now, since we passed that level, that's now a level of support. Let's see if we get a bounce off of 396.20. Did it even ever get down to 396.20? 396.21. Yeah, that acts as a nice little level of support. I think people are trying to go in for the ride up to resistance 2. We have not gotten to resistance 2 yet. Let's see what happens. See if it breaks down below that. No, it seems to be holding there. Kind of watching this for the levels, you know, the previous low. Okay. Let's see if we can't get a move upwards here. See if it bounces off VWAP. All right. Yeah, 396.21 seems to be interesting. Okay. So major dip here. Although these indicators are all super sensitive. We are up 0.37%, so calling that a major dip is kind of interesting, but all right. So I'm so bullish today that I'm planning on holding. So I'm not super nervous about this move. But breaking below VWAP is kind of my safety valve. Okay. So bounce off of volume weight average price. And if we can bounce from here, that is a new higher low. So we have a higher high and a higher low established. Favorite stocks that may benefit from infrastructure investment news. Yeah, X. Ticker symbol X is one I like for that. Another one that will benefit from infrastructure, and I think today's talk is going to be BW, is one that will benefit that way. Okay, what are you going to do? So yeah, we have a higher low as long as this doesn't break down below. This is the new low right here, is 396.03. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're going to get, that's going to be the new higher low. Here we go. There goes the bounce. So apparently Biden talked about a massive investment into EV. And so all EV stocks are probably going to really climb now that he just said that. That was one of my news filter alerts. That's a really good service. You can type in any kind of keyword. It's definitely worth the money in my opinion. It's like $25 a month. I keep track of all the stocks that are covered in our channel with it, but it's really good for you can put in any kind of keyword, any kind of stock, and you get the news there first. It pops there first, and then it pops up on the other things. And so I like it. It's newsfilter.io, but it costs it's like $25 a month, I think, for the premium for the alerts, and I get email alerts on that, and so I really like it for that reason. Put in my different keywords. So the two keywords I pay the most attention to are positive phase, and so I got that set up with an alert that way, because typically when a bio does a positive phase and that is in the title, then you get excitement that way for sure on that particular stock, and usually you can catch it there because you get that information first. Yes, I am still holding ATXI. Still holding ATXI. Okay, should see another crossover here to the positive. We have a new higher low, and so that's a big deal. Higher lows, higher highs usually means the stock is continuing its trend upwards, and so with options like this is what you look for. Also, trading above the SMA, this blue SMA line, is pretty key, and we're doing that right now. So we're showing price strength, big time price strength. All right. I plan on holding ATXI. I will start to look for an exit point right around. Let me look at a calendar and kind of see what we're looking at as far as that goes. Right around April 7th, I'm going to start considering an exit point for there. Might hold a little longer depending upon if there's some new news. But that is my plan for ATXI. So the stock is going to move how it's going to move, but that is typically when I like to get out. Or if we get really overbought on the RSI on the daily chart, I will look for an exit point on ATXI for a profit. So either one of those things. So it's called the PDUFA run-up play, and so many people who follow me end up holding it through decision date. That is extremely risky. It's called a run-up play for a reason. There's a reason why I put it in there, is that typically I sell before the date. I do not hold through approval. It did. SLGL did. Yeah, averaging down on SLGL. I think that that topical should get approved. There should be some excitement on that. Okay. Come on. There we go. This thing is just turning. Let's just see some big old green candles moving upwards. That would be a lot of fun. So far on this trade, sitting up 7%. Hopefully all of you are doing that well also. At this point, I'm looking for an exit point at 70 RSI, or once this turns positive, which I expect it will do very shortly. Once this turns positive down here, then it will have a ride up with an exit, and so I might exit at that point, depending. But just watching this, it's just kind of accumulating. There's people selling and buying, but we're not getting a clear direction at the moment. Oh, ATXI. Yeah. ATXI, that drop has been pretty brutal. I'm currently down in at 1.6%, but I have faith in it that it's going to get approved. I think the only question, the label stuff was easy, but the only question that is kind of going on that one is the fact of the stacking issue that they had, and so that should be interesting to see. I haven't seen anything new on that. I've been watching for that issue to see if it's been talked about, or what's going on with it. But anyway, okay. This thing is just wanting to turn every which way. And see if this thing will stick. There we go. So this is kind of my support line. Breaking that support line is not good. I wouldn't call this breaking it. We need to see a new higher high is what we're really needing to see out of this. Okay, well, I'm going to stay on here, stay with this trade a little bit longer. I wish you all the best in this trade. I do expect this to make a nice move. But I'm probably going to give it another, I'll probably stay on for another 15 minutes. And if any of you have any stock questions that you want me to look at, be more than happy to look those up for you in the next 15 minutes. But I'm planning on being on that long. Oh, man, this thing is turning. Okay. So up 0.36, battling back and forth. This crazy chop market. So what I'll probably do is set up, and I'll do this sometimes when I'm in an option for the day. Yeah, stinking 930. See, this is what, so common that this happens. Now there's going to be fighting and downward pressure, trying to stop people out of positions. So yeah, my trend line has gotten all messed up. Now we've broken down below it. It's possible this could be the new low formed, and we get a bounce from here. That's right at 395.99, so 396 might provide a nice level of support. But this time of day, there's lots of fund managers trying to stop lost people out of positions. So now that we're at 9:30-ish time, this is really, really common. Alrighty. All right. Let's see what happens here. Interesting. Big old thick line. Oh. Now sitting 4% down in the trade, so I'm definitely going to hold it. Again, I feel too bullish on the day, so I think that we're going to see higher move. Worst case scenario, I will sell by the end of the day, just because. So I may hold this a lot longer than what we're on the air for today. Well, another nice move upwards here. Who knows what the president is saying? Maybe we can get some shorts covering. Wow. Not a lot of volume here on this candle yet, so nothing to get too excited about. A new higher high of 396.56 I think is really key. All right. Maybe that's our new bottom. Okay, some of the stocks that we're tracking, LIVX Insider up 3%. That's a good one. Cinedigm down 4%. CYTH down 4%. BW 10% up. Annex 2% up. Fear indicator increasing just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. All right. With the current sentiment, I might based upon on the chart, but yeah, I probably would. Everything seems to be calming down, and there's less fear on the market, and so I would feel that way. Yeah, I would think that those wouldn't be good at the moment. Okay, this thing is just turning. Just all over the place. Man, I'd sure love to see it shoot up. Every single bio stock I have is up today. Except for Annex. CYTH, I guess, also. This is a really nice candle. Pretty good volume on it too. Went all the way up here to 396.40. Up 2% in this trade so far. Yes, go and sniff around at good old Soul Gel. I think that's a good idea. Just don't get security called on you, because that would be really bad. That's very funny. Yes, I'm an investor, and just walk in like you own the place, you know? Go into Soul Gel. Yeah, I'm an investor. I always tell my wife that, you know, hey, we currently, like, I remember when when I had, oh gosh, which stock was it? And I drove her nuts about it. Oh, when I had Walmart options, call options, and she had an issue. You know, I was like, just tell them she had an issue with something she was returning. I go, just tell them that you're a stockholder, and they'll listen to you. She goes, Ray, they don't care. So she never did it, but okay, whatever. You know, different stocks that you own, you kind of walk into the place. You know, I remember when I had Planet Fitness at the beginning of 2019, and we were signing up for a Planet Fitness membership and everything, and obviously I didn't keep with it because, as you, I don't know. But anyway, went in there, and we were in our interview talking to the lady, getting us all signed up and everything. And I go, now I want the shareholder discount because I'm a stockholder of this company. And she's like, she was so confused, looking at me like, what is that? I'll need to ask somebody. So she left and asked her boss, and it was pretty funny. But they came back, they said that we don't have a shareholder discount. Oh, okay. But my wife was pretty appalled. I embarrassed her. But hey, why do you get married? But not to embarrass your partner. So that's what I do. Anyway. Yep. It's too fun to, you know, to think about that. I'm always kind of thinking, you know, when I own a particular stock, and it's just fun. All right. Green bars. Gotta love it. We got green bars down here at the bottom. Let's get a really nice run. 396.38 is where we're at currently. And 396.83 is that resistance 3. The other thing we're kind of looking at is the previous high, which is 396.56. So the first level to hit is 396.56. And then getting past that on up to 396.83 is key. Also watching the RSI here, and I would be tempted to sell if we hit 70 again on the RSI. That might be a good exit point and just call this trade good. Those are kind of the things that I look for as far as exit on that. The other thing I'm looking for is if this turns red again and passes below that, then I'll look for an exit point at this point. And this has really established itself as the new low. I thought it was here, but I was just still so bullish on the market that this is now the new low. Could have been scared out of the position here. I know I've held a lot longer than I typically do. I would only do that, again, 5 out of 5 bullish. And so everything is aligning as far as the news. The Elliott wave theory is bullish. The 10-year yields are bullish. The fear indicators are bullish. Price versus volume indicator was bullish. So 5 out of 5. And so for that reason, for me, it's a good move. Annex needs to stop struggling, I'll tell you that. Okay. Here we go. So watching this here real closely. Up 5% in this trade. New high. Wow, something good just happened. Anyone know on the news if something just happened? That was pretty substantial and ridiculous move. Usually when the president is done talking, you see a move like this. Okay. Okay, now we're overheated on the RSI, but I'm not going to stop this kind of momentum. Crazy. Really good move. So the next level, resistance 2, was 396.83. And just for a moment, we passed that. Yeah, I mean, we blew right through that. Okay, so the next level after this is 397.17. Now we're overheated on the RSI. Up on the trade 18%. 19%. All right. 396, 86, 87. I keep getting notifications that President Biden said this, so I'm guessing he's talking. I didn't know what time it was. I probably should have known that, but I don't know if I really cared. It was more about the anticipation until he did. All right. New highs, lots of green candles. All right. All my other stocks are now starting to catch up to what's going on. Little bit of selling. I mean, again, we're overheated here. I mean, that's a pretty powerful move. Let me go to the news here. Okay, President Biden to deliver remarks on economic vision at 4:20 p.m. Eastern, so that's 3:20, that's after market close, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So that came out 5 minutes ago. That came out right at 9:37. Okay, so that was here. And so then there was an initial move upwards based upon that news. This massive price strength I'm going to hold. Maybe I should have got out there, but I'm going to hold for that reason. So anyway, that answers the question on that, is that they have, he's speaking at after market close. So we got anticipation all market day. All market day. So the next level is 397.17. Or it's getting above, again, the 396.83. All right. So my big weakness is staying in positions for too long. But In this case, it's working out for me. So hopefully it's working out for you too. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start to sign off. And anyway, wishing you all the best on this trade and other trades. I do expect this to move upwards. If you wanted to write down the different levels that are important, the next level that's important that we've hit and then bounce back is resistance 2. Resistance 2 should now be support, but we broke just down below that. It looks like it's been totally destroyed. So that's actually good news for a move upwards. But 396.83 is an important level. Another important level above that is 397.17. Then resistance 3 is 398.21. 398.21 would be a important level to exit. Okay, well, wishing you all the best on the market. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys have a good day.